so what we need to do today is replace some forward reverse contactors. And what you're going to see here is 3 contactors. You have the forward and the reverse contactor. So you would have this one, these are forward reverse contactors right here, and then the line contactor. And the line contactor doesn't have any lugs on top like these ones do. They have it on top and bottom. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just disconnect the battery here. So I'm going to get you set up here, and I'm going to disconnect the battery, and then we're going to start taking these solenoids off, and then we'll replace them. The part number that you can use is this part right here. That's from one source, 380030-082. It's a white contactor. It looks like this. You can see the top and bottom. First thing we're going to do is disconnect the positive battery cable here. Alright, so we're just going to take and loosen up the nuts on the top of the contactors here. So it takes a little while to get all the control wires off, then all the contactor cable wires that go to the motor and from the controller. So, but basically I'm going to take out the forward reverse contactor. There's 3 contactors there. The one on the far right is the line contactor, and then we have the forward reverse contactor to the left of that. So there's 2 Phillips screws, one in between the forward reverse contactor and one on the outside on the left side of the forward reverse contactor. And then we should be able to take and move that out to get to the bottom of the contactors to replace and remove the wiring that's there.
Alright, so you need a Phillips screwdriver to take out these screws in between. Alright, by doing this, you're going to get better access to the bottom of it. So, we're going to have to disconnect. What do we got on here? This green one. Alright, so now you can take the whole thing out. If you want, you can do something like this, where you just make, these are the posts, this is the top, this is the bottom, and then you got your middle, which is the blue wire, and then you got those two white wires over there on the other contactor. Make yourself a little note. Now, all you have to do is take these two that you got, and make the new ones look like this, and then put this back in here. So we'll do that next. So at this point here, just swapping over the cables or that like bus bar copper plate on the bottom there. So this is our first part. I just try to line up these grooves right here. So that's where the screw is going to go in. but the bus bars or whatever, they got a little bit of slack in them on the bottom, but I don't think as much on the top. So
another issue you might run into is these are white contactors, and the kind that were on here before were a little different.
these things are kind of similar in the way that they got this jumper going up to the top, just like the one on the other side has a jumper going up to the top. If you have a problem where you got to switch the forward reverse switch back and forth, and you're stepping on the accelerator pedal and then finally it will go, it always goes in one direction but not the other direction, it's usually these contactors. And if one's bad, your best bet's just change them both, because you don't want to have to come back in here to do the other one when the other one falls, fails or whatever. You got the contact tips in there, they get burned. And if one's already burned, the other ones are probably close to going out. So just save you some time and money. On this contactor, it's a little bit different. It doesn't have the nut on the bottom that gives you a little bit more of a gap. So I'm going to flip this wire around because of the way the terminals are crimped on here. I'm going to go this way. On the bottom, the way this bus bar is, this gap right here is not going to let this come down on here. So what we're going to have to do is look for either another nut or a spacer to make this work. Let's see what we can do. So there's like this notch. So I'm guessing these are not like the factory ones. What I think we're going to try and do here, see if the lock washer will fit in there. Go on top of that and reuse one of these old lock washers. Checking to see if this is going to tighten down here and make contact, good contact. Yeah, see there's a gap right there from that black plastic to here, so should be good with that. Let's tighten this side. I believe we have to put actually a cable on the bottom here. Let's see. Yeah, the green one. The green one was here, so I'll just leave that loose for now. We'll tighten up these other ones. I might have to flip this one. I don't think so. I already flipped it. I'm not sure which ones are better. Is those ones there or these ones? My kit didn't have any like extra bolts or anything in it, nuts or washers to make this happen. So I guess you just have to reuse, like I said, the lock washer for a spacer. This is a White Rogers type contactor. Alright, so sometimes this bar here, you don't get the right gap at the top. You may have to loosen this back up. So alright, so let's get top down. Let's see. I think I got one that goes on here. So we ain't gonna be able to tighten that one down all the way. But I do believe we can tighten this one. And we got to put one on here, so we can't tighten that one. This one we got to put something on too. So now we got to put the green one on here. So it's time to move down here.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to get all these cables off and then put them all back on. Getting them tightened up to the right tightness, and once you get this thing mounted here and you get all those bars and cables on, you're almost done. So it's just a little difficult when you're working on it like this. But if you take a picture of it first, and then you can just match up the cables if you want. They're pretty much all different. So, yeah, once I get it mounted here, I might have to make a little adjustment, but after that, we should be good. So, if you have a magnet tool, that's what's in my left hand. I just put it in my right hand. It's I'm going back and forth here, trying to get the screw that holds the two contactors together started. It's a little bit of a challenge, but magnet tool to hold it, and then you can get it with the Phillips screwdriver, get it started, get your gap for the like the bus bar, the copper bar at the top. Once you got that, like I said, that's maybe the hardest part.
Looks like this is 3/8. So we got two blue that are supposed to go up here. And I mean, you can put one here and one there if you need to. I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be able to get both of them here. I just put one here and one there. Not a big deal. That's why I don't have to worry about any damaged threads or anything. this one seems like it's a little too close to this one. It's too close for me anyway. So I'm gonna have to say that I like the other contactors better than these because these don't seem to be like the original. They don't have the same specs or clearances. And that just makes things a little more difficult when you're trying to do this, you know? Okay, now we're this one. That one we still gotta put one on. The green one on this one. We got the two white wires. I couldn't tell you exactly what year this is, but it's probably at least 20 years old. This doesn't work. Use the magnet tool. My magnet tool might work better.
in here somewhere. Next thing we did to do is connect the battery and the charger. There's the battery. There's the charger. We need to find the lock washer. No. Extra washers and bolts away. Alright, so we got everything tightened up. So now we just got to put the seat on. Tighten up this battery connector. I'm gonna check this one, but that's fine. Okay. Tools. Put the seat on it. So, turn it on, forward reverse. Put it in reverse.
Okay, well that concludes putting a forward reverse contactor in a Taylor Dunn 24 volt. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. Catch me on my next one. Thank you.